Hi guys, welcome back to Hands and Never Done Farms. Arisha here. We're in the house because I have a few things I need to take care of in here, and I have a confession. I wanted to talk to you guys personally before I get my day started. I have a confession to make, and I hope that everybody understands. This is going to come as a huge, huge shock to my family, to my children, possibly my grandchildren. Wow, this is big. It's very hard for me to talk about this, to tell you what I'm about to tell you, but I feel like I need to be honest. I need to give you guys honesty. So, guys, I'm not perfect. I know, Chris. I know, honey. Pick yourself up off the floor. Mama loves you. We will talk about this, okay? It's okay. It's okay. We'll be okay. We'll get through this. Jeff probably already knew it. As much as I tried to hide it, he probably already knew it. But guys, I'll just show you. We were not supposed to freeze Sunday night. And when I got up, I did what I always do. I get up a few minutes before Jeff does and get my coffee and sit down at the table and go over the news of the day, and happen to look at the weather temperature, and it said 29 degrees. Moved quickly, grabbed all the pots, plants, brought them in. But as you can see, some plants are going to pull out of it, and some plants did not. So, guys, just when you think you got it, I think it was overconfidence that it wasn't going to freeze. It wasn't. We weren't supposed to freeze till Monday night, and so I went to bed thinking they'll be fine tonight. It's going to get cold. It was supposed to get down to 36, but that they would be okay. When I woke up, it was 29. So, guess what I'm doing today? Thankfully, we live in Oklahoma, and we have a longer growing season here, and so I can replant. But this is so frustrating to me. So frustrating. But there's no sense in crying over spilt milk. There's no sense in crying over spilt milk. Let's get to replanting. Okay, we're gonna start. This is mostly the Cherokee purples. I've got a Rio Grande and purple bumblebee and the yellow pear. So we're just gonna go through and look at each of these plants and see what we can do, what we need to do. So, this one actually looks okay. It is a purple bumblebee. I am going to come in and I'm just going to clip off the dead piece. I have a little bucket here, and that plant actually looks real good. It's got a strong stem, and so I am going to leave that one. Move on to the next one. This is a yellow pear. Again, we have a strong stem. So I am going to come in and cut off any stems that are dead. And just kind of see. Now I'm not an expert here, guys, but I do know enough to know that this will regrow, and I'm just going to leave that because I didn't really want a whole lot of the yellow pear. I have two. If I have one that survives, then I'm happy, and that obviously would be this one. That's all I need to clip off. This one is actually looking a little sad, but I think it'll come back. So get it straightened up a little bit. So I actually think that this plant's okay. So definitely have yellow pear. I have another purple bumblebee here, and I'm just going to clip off, and I'm going to go ahead and take out these small stems on the bottom. Go ahead and take that one off, and we'll leave that purple bumblebee. This is a Cherokee purple. Now this, if I can't get these to survive, guys, I'm going to be really sad because I do not have any more seeds to the Cherokee purple. So I'm only going to cut off those two, and I'm just going to leave this. Again, the stem is nice and strong, so we're just going to leave that one alone. What a mess, right? This was not supposed to be like this. I tell you, sometimes you think you got it figured out, and Mother Nature has a way of saying, no, you don't. Okay, so this is a Cherokee purple. I have good stem growth, or good stem strength, I should say. I think I'm going to cut this one off, and maybe this dead leaf off. Maybe I won't take that whole stem, and then hope that it will come back. I'm going to have to take my glasses off because I can't see a thing. And then let's just hope that comes back. I'm going to take that off. Okay, so this one is a little bit more difficult. I don't really know what I'm going to do here. This obviously has died, but it's got a strong stem. The stem has not died. So, this is a Cherokee purple, guys, so I don't want to just give up on it. So I think, because this right here definitely has died, what if I took it there, this has died, took it there, and just see what happens? Can we maybe think of this as a test to see if it'll put out new growth? I mean, you know, anybody that's grown tomatoes, we know that they've always sending out new stems, like this one. It's got a new stem coming off, and so maybe maybe I'll leave it and let's just see what happens. I mean, I've got several Cherokee purples, so if I lose one, it's not what I want, but at least I have a couple. This is also a Cherokee purple, and I'm just going to cut it right there. And this is starting to come out of it. It's not turned black, so I'm just going to leave it and let it put its energy back into coming back. So that is all I am going to do with this tray. Let me get it out of the way and show you guys one of the worst trays. Okay, so this is going to be a tray. Let me talk to you guys this way. This is going to be a tray that I'm not going to have much hope for. And I think the majority of these plants I am just going to replant. I struggled. I know I had said so in a previous video that these tomato plants I was struggling with anyways. They didn't look as good as the other ones. So I think I'm just going to replant the majority of these. So, where do I start? Let's start here, I guess. These are the Amish, guys. It is dying from right here up. And I think that this one I'm just going to let it go and start over. And so I'm going to keep my tag in there. I'm going to just pull it. I have a little chopstick. I want to break up the dirt a little bit so it's not compacted. And let's find our Amish paste. I don't know if I can't get Amish paste to grow good this year. This may be, I'm actually going to plant two. This may be the last year that I work with the Amish paste. Let's do one there and one there. And now I am not taking these seedlings out. I'm going to leave them in the house. We have freezing temperatures clear up until, I believe, Monday night. This is Wednesday. We have a threat of freezing temperatures. So I'm going to just go ahead, leave these in here, let them germinate if they need to in here, and then I think after next Monday we come out of our freezing nights and we are in the 40s at night, so I'll feel a lot better about that then. But so we're gonna do two in this one. And I've already got the tags on them, so I don't have to worry too much. A lot of these I've propped up with the tags, and those ones that are still laying pretty seriously, I'm just gonna pull them, guys. I know several of you are probably saying, no, don't do that, just keep going, but I would much rather pull it and start over on a questionable plant than try to keep it alive and then have to redo it later. So I'm just going to redo now and cut my losses. And I'm putting 2 in because this way, when it comes time to transplant or whatever, I can pick the strongest plant. It's another Amish paste tomato. Propped it up with a stick. And it is actually dying right here. So there's no sense in even trying. Well, probably could, but I would much rather just start over. All right, I'm going to go through these and finish that, and then we will get back to you when I'm done. Okay, so now we move on to the San Marzanos. They looked better yesterday than they do today. But this one obviously is gone. It's just not worth it to me. I would just rather start over. It just would be a lot easier. Just start over and not, you know, take the risk. So, okay, those are the San Marzanos. Where are my San Marzanos? You guys remember, I planted seeds from, oh my goodness, 2016. These came from Territorial Seed Company. If any of you are familiar with Oregon, Territorial Seed is located in Cottage Grove, Oregon, and they happen to be right down the road from where Jeff worked. So we bought a lot of seeds from Territorial. Whenever we were in Oregon, that's where we bought all of our fruit trees. So I think I'm just going to plant one. Oh, maybe I'll plant. So that's where we bought all of our fruit trees, and a lot of our seeds was at Territorial in Oregon. So these are, what, 7-year-old seeds kept in the freezer, you know, vacuum sealed in the freezer. These have lasted 7 years, and I've still got a lot of, I mean, there's a lot of seeds in there, guys. So we are just going to go through and just redo the San Marzano, well, some of the San Marzanos. What, I mean, just absolutely heartbreaking. But, you know, you guys, here's the deal. We're all gonna fail. We are all going to fail. It's what you do with that failure that is going to determine, you know, how you're gonna do. Farming, anything you do in life, it's trial and error, and we're gonna fail. And you know, we just pick ourselves up and redo or reset, go in a different direction if what you're doing doesn't work in your area, whatever, it doesn't, you know, mesh with what you want to do in your life, then, you know, reset and do something different. I definitely am not getting out of gardening. We love to garden. This isn't the only failure that we have ever had, but it is probably the most significant. This is a very strong stem. I'm just looking over all these other plants to see. I've got some that are a lot stronger than this one, but it is putting out new shoots. So I am just going to go ahead, take a chance, because I do see new shoots coming out. I don't know if you guys can see them. Let's see if I can use this. There's a new shoot there, and there's a new shoot there. So I'm just going to roll with it and let that one correct itself. This one, it's real thick up to about right here, and then it's super thin and dying. So this one, I'm not even going to bother trying to save it. Yes, I know it's got a good root system, guys, but it is dying. Let's be safe. Better to be safe than sorry. Thankfully, I'm grateful that we live in a place that we do have a longer growing season, and this is fixable. It's not the end of the world. All right, so we've replanted, and we have some we're going to test out. There is new growth coming up on some of these. The stems are nice and strong, and so I'm going to leave them. If they don't end up coming back, I double planted to compensate in some of where I had to pull them completely and plant. I made sure to make up for any of these if they don't come back. So the Rio Grande, man, that really did good. That didn't really have a whole lot. I think I cut off one or two little stems. But anyways, right now, the new starts I'm actually going to take off of the table, move them into the bedroom. They don't necessarily need the light right now, as they just need warmth. So I'm not going to worry about keeping them in front of an open window right now. Okie dokie. Now we move on to our pepper plants. And this one, sadly, guys, that's as much as that's good. I think it'll be okay. I think that it will regenerate itself and it will come back. It's got a nice strong stem, nice strong leaves. So I am going to just let that be. And same with this one. Right, we are replanted, and round 2, here we go. Yep, we are on day 5, I believe. A couple more days and we'll candle those for you guys, but that's another video. But here we go again, guys. These are the ones that we were pretty much able to save. I hope. Some is a test, but I overseeded in others to compensate in case like these little ones don't make it. Then I've seeded in the other room to compensate for that. So anywho, guys, here we go again. If this is anything for any of you, it's don't give up. Keep pushing forward. If you make a mistake, make an error, correct it, and keep moving forward. Nobody ever said this was going to be easy, or that you would have all the answers, or everything would ever work. Anything would ever always work out perfectly. It doesn't. This has been, I don't know. We had the greenhouse in Oregon, and we had, Oregon froze, you guys, and we had it set up where we could just cover the plants, because a lot of my tomatoes, by the time I was ready to move them out to the greenhouse, were in, 2 quart to a gallon pots, and they survived. I didn't have the problem. And Jeff pondered this morning whether the cold here is just more extreme. I don't know. My mistake. I should have pulled them in. Sunday night, the temperature said 36, that's what it was supposed to get down to. I know better. Come on, I know better. I should have pulled them in just out of sheer risk that it would get down to freezing. But anyways, live and learn. If anybody can learn from my mistakes, then, it's a win. Anyways, so we're replanted and we're going to keep moving forward. Anyways, if you guys don't mind, give us a like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. And as always, we'll see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching.